resuming literally where we left off. I just turned off the recording, started it again. We are going to go on a merry way to ring those bells of awakening. What are we awakening? We don't know yet! Oh, we do, but don't tell anybody. Few undeads on the way. Nothing too spectacular, they're just normal hollows. Hollows? Hollows? Yeah, they're hollows. Basically undead who have died, gone batshit, come back to life, and are now trying to murder everybody for petty, well, souls. And I do believe he just jumped on my face. Dropped a cracked round shield. Whoa, what a treasure. Come on then. Have at ya. I do a lot of damage for this. Well, I can assure you that's not going to keep up. Well, considering I have this blade called Quailark's Fury Sword, we'll meet her later, and I have 10 humanity boosting its damage, I guess it's not all that odd that I'm doing this much damage. Little hint, this red here can sometimes drop humanity, which is a very, very valuable item indeed, so keep an eye out, of course. Otherwise, we're just going to run up here and start slaughtering some more undead. There's gonna be a lot of just random slaughtering undead in this game, and I do believe most people will find it a little bit cheap on New Game Plus. They can pretty basically just one-shot everything. It doesn't really make for much interesting commentary, so I'm kinda grasping at straws here. My apologies. I didn't really think I would just murderize everything. I'm sure that'll all get better soon enough. Alright, over here's an item. A lost soul of the undead. Those are basically just items to give you a little bit of souls if you need them. Oh god, why? I had kind of forgotten that! And I just played through this yesterday in a test recording. What the hell? Ow! That hurt a little. Ow! I'm not a pincushion! Die! That was very rude, you know. Bleeding archers, the crossbows and their archery ways. Being archers. You know, I should probably start using my trademark a little bit. I am a pyromancer. A little bit of a shield there, if you need it. So, see these guys with spears? They're annoying. They will keep their shield up at all times. You can make them a little bit easier on yourself. Normally you don't have that kind of firepower at the start. I do because I'm cheap and started it on New Game Plus, which is going to get me killed. Did I mention that already? Yeah, I did. I should probably stop saying that. Sounding like a broken record. Regardless, reason we came down here is this guy.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
A arguably sane person from whom you may want to buy a few things. Normally he sells the orange guidance soapstone, which allows you to put down messages. Those little messages we've seen on the ground? Yeah, those. And rate them. Which means you will be giving somebody else a humanity boost. I've already got it, so he does not sell it. Otherwise he sells a few useful items. A thing I would suggest buying on your first run through, this little thing, because it's the first real thing you can get which has 100% physical Damage reduction. And we've been invaded. Shit. I would have liked to be somewhere else for this. And I'm dead. Sure, moose bus. And he just toxified himself. That is glorious. Come back here. Why can't I hit him? There we go. That went better than expected. Retrieve remains of Dark Spirit, which gives us a little bit of humanity. Don't go saying anything. That was his own fault. He was the one invading me. He was the one trying to murder me. It was purely self-defense. It won't hold up in court, will it? No, I didn't think so. Oh well. That reminds me, we're actually not hollow. Anyway, things you might want to buy from this guy.
Ow.
Yes. I kinda had a little thing with the person invading. A scimitar, which is a really good weapon to start off with, and a healer shield, which gives you 100% physical damage reduction. You can also buy some arrows, should you need them. I am actually going to grab a few of these. Let's see. That should be enough for purposes of right now, and I'm also gonna grab the residence key.
Thank you.
Then I'm going to be on my merry way. Well, little shout out to you guys. You are now on the internet trying to murder people. Just I forgot to mention that. That could have ended badly, though. I do believe there is a slight recharge timer on invasions, so you can't just get invaded, like, constantly. I am not entirely positive on this, though, and I'd like to test this up a little. There is an item in the game which will allow you to reduce the cooldown, if there is one, which is called the dried finger. I'll probably show you where to get that at some point. I do not know why you would want to do that, though. It sounds like a terrible plan. Just going around catching a few items that could be of some value. Isn't there supposed to be, like, people down here? Oh, there you are. Yoink. Yoink. I'm being reckless. Yay, reckless abandon. And I do believe they were trying to ambush us for some rubbish. Yes, actual, literal rubbish. It has no use. It is just rubbish. What can you do? Oh, wait. Oh, right. That's something else. Fetch this item, which is humanity. Always nice, always nice. Ah. Missed. Cut him down to size, and let's sprint to the bonfire, because I've already cleared the way for it. I just haven't gone there yet. And I would like to get to the bonfire before the next invasion. I would like not to get invaded again, actually. That would be swell. Do you hear that, guys? I don't want to be invaded. Keep out of my game. Please. Bonfire. Great, glorious safety. Now there is nothing we can really do with this, other than just sit there and kind of stare at it, so let's go back out. Re-myrtleize these dudes. Gonna have to re-myrtleize these dudes anyway. Yoink. And let us continue on. Oh, a summon sign. Now, this is a summon sign, and we can see that it is yellow, so we can summon this guy, and he is in a covenant that will benefit from it. Or we can summon this guy. Ooh, Smasher's Hand. In any regard, I'm not going to summon either of them, because that's how I roll, I guess. I will be using Summon to help later, but not quite now. That is actually a really good item for your first run through, the Battle Axe. Has some nice damage and is generally a real good weapon. Also, there's an ambush over here. Don't let it fool you. And a treasure chest containing black firebombs. Better than regular firebombs, but I do not believe anybody sells them cheaply. Also, I would like to log on to the other guy, that guy over next to... Okay, I'll kill these guys, then go and take care of this guy. Have it your way, game. Have it your way. Oh, we seem to have acquired another humanity as well. Now, humanity comes in two forms, two flavors, if you will. What the... They come in those little items that you can pick up, and they come in just regular, already expended flavor. In which case you'll just acquire them to your counter. Then in which case you will most likely lose them again. Now, death is not as much of a setback in this game as you would think. It will rid you of all your souls and humanity, which is a fairly decent dent, I would like to say. But it is not unovercomable. If you can retrieve your corpse, get back to the place where you died, a little bit forward actually, most of the time, you can retrieve what you lost, unless you're cursed. We'll get back into that later. Ow! Kinda hurt. I don't like that guy. Should we? Yeah, we probably should. Right down here is our first encounter with these guys. Also, I think my computer's running out of space or something. So, I better wrap this up quickly. Hey! Oh, this was definitely a bad idea. Stamina management. These guys are Black Knights. They are absurdly strong enemies for the part of the game you're in, and will rape your face if you're not careful. So, keep an eye out for those and try to stay out of their way, I guess. Whee! Let's not get hit by that. Much of this game is just knowing when to do what, basically. Now we could use, if we had it, a master key to go through that door and basically skip the next boss. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go fighting him. And I do believe somewhere in these barrels... I think it's these barrels right here. Yep, Crystal Lizard. That little guy will drop upgrade items, and they are amazing. Also, Fog Wall. This is the area of the first boss. There is a strategy to make this boss a lot easier on you. He is quite hard if you just go in here unprepared. But if you come up here, murder these two archers who will otherwise just spray you with arrows, you should be pretty good for what's gonna come next. Now the next thing up is running along over here, and you should see him in a second. There he is. Now run back! Get to that tower. Because he's mighty big and angry looking and just doesn't like anything. He don't want you anywhere near his bridge. But... hello there! Plunging attack. That did a number. And now... you can lure him away in order to make another plunging attack on him. I am going to try not to, although that was fairly... I think I'm gonna use a 5 instead. It is a little bit risky to do, because you'll have to run by him twice, which can potentially hurt you. He is not that bad though, if you know what you're doing, and if you're on New Game Plus you probably have some pretty decent spells. If you're on New Game, he does not have nearly as much health, and that plunging attack will take about 3/3 of his life, especially if you remember that item we picked up a little bit earlier. I went the wrong way, didn't I? That one. The Gold Pine Raisin, which will put lightning damage on your right-hand weapon. He's extremely weak to lightning, so just do that and you should be fairly safe. Now coming down here, we see a bridge and a door, which is locked. Folly to that. On the other hand, we also see one of the best NPCs in the game.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
He is a great guy.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
He wishes to be the sun. Well, best of luck to you, mate. Now, for this next part, gonna run out here and run back in. Yeah, that was enough to trigger it. Remember that dragon from earlier? Yep, this is his nest. And he don't like anybody coming into his business. He just wants you dead and gone. Basically. Now right down here, there's two things I want to show. First of all, you can kick down this ladder. Climb back down here. I wish I knew how to make climbing faster, but I don't. And get back to the bonfire. Ah, sweet Sicey heal. Now the next thing, I'm going to have to re-equip a few things. Well, unequip a few things and equip something else. We are going to need a longbow, I do believe. Actually, can we use this with the large arrows? Oh, we can. Sweet. That was a waste. Okay. Now, there is an item you can get, which, if you are a new game, will make your life significantly much easier. See that dragon tail over there? And aim a little. Shoop. I missed. Aim a little. Shoop. You don't usually move that much. Now if you do that like 60 billion times, 50 times or so, you'll get an item called the Drake Sword. It is really good. At least a new game. Seriously, the aim on this thing, the targeting reticule, is off by a mile. Anyway, it takes like 50 arrows and takes forever, so I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm going to get it off camera and I will show you the sword once I have it. And you will be amazed and be like, no you won't. But you know what I mean. Dragons in this game. Anyway, I do believe that is enough for one video, so I'm Gizmo Ipse, and I will see you all next time.